I had a very nice chats with Harry and Meghan.
Of course, because you had private correspondence with them, right? Mm-hmm. What do you make of those guys? Obviously, they're in the news as well.
Very interesting. Harry's life has obviously been totally in the public eye, but former serving officer and so on in the armed forces. And Meghan is, I think, very interesting and very clear-thinking woman. I've got a lot of time for her.
Do you think she's been poorly treated in the last sort of few days by the public? Yeah.
Well, not so much the last few days. Actually, it's been all right the last few days. So they've been quite warm towards her. But she, before that, I think the treatment was appalling. Absolutely.
But I suppose this is led by the media, obviously.
Yeah. It's led by the media wanting to, I don't know why, they just wanted to build her up into a negative figure, which she's not. I mean, she's an intelligent, thoughtful woman.
Do you think, because obviously one of the arguments you see on social media is, it's racist. And they say, well, how could, it be racist? And they trot out a bunch of examples. Do you think there was a racial component to it? Or is it?
I absolutely think there's a racial component to it. Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I mean, who, why? Speculation, but she is a very able person. I think she's got a great contribution to make and lots of radical ideas. She's a good speaker. Good.
Yeah, very obviously you've got a career and a life outside of
absolutely.
a marriage and so on.
I think that's what the stress is, because the Duke of Edinburgh always called it the firm, and he thinks everybody should be in it like that.
And she wasn't up for that, you think?
No. That's what I understand, yeah.
And what about Harry? Do you think he was sort of torn between the two, or? I
think like any person where there's a lot of family stress, it's very difficult to cope with. Look at it from the human point of view. I remember talking to him and Meghan about mental health and mental health stress and so on. And they're very understanding of it. Very understanding of how people suffer from mental health stress and how you need counselling, you need support, and you need friendships. And I was saying how inadequate the mental health services are in this country. And I also said how I think the mental health services for the armed forces are poor, and for former soldiers almost non-existent. I did raise this with the army several times, and they still rely on charities to deliver post-traumatic stress counselling, or the NHS. The Ministry of Defence should be doing it. I mean, it is shocking the number of ex-soldiers who are suffering from severe trauma that goes on throughout their lives, and the number who simply cannot cope with civilian life. And you meet them, they're homeless, they're rough sleeping. I mean, if you go and ask rough sleepers you meet on your way home, how many of them, and you'll be shocked at the number that have been at some point in the armed services.